everybody. Welcome to today's session of RAD Lab Story Time. I'm at the library today. Hey, if you don't know me, my name is Miss Sira and I'm at the Red Bank Public Library. And today is going to be fun because we're talking about inventions. Has anybody ever told you that you have a very active imagination? Like, do you make up a lot of stories? Or do you think of cool ways to play with a toy or games? Or does your mind always go, what if this could do that? Or what if I could go there? Or what if I could do something really cool? Well, that's the kind of thing we're going to read about today. I'm going to read you this story called If I Built a Car by Chris Van Dusen. It's a pretty cool book. But first, it's time for Miss Sira's show and tell. Look at what I have. Have you ever seen one of these? It's pretty fun. It's called a Hoberman's Sphere. And the inventor of its name was Chuck Hoberman. And these little things shrink down. I've seen tiny ones and I've seen a giant one. Do you know where there's a huge one? At Liberty Science Center. We're lucky because we live in New Jersey. And Liberty Science Center has a giant one hanging from the ceiling. And honestly, it's the second biggest one in the whole wide world. Hopefully one day you'll get to see it. Anyway, that's my show and tell for today. This is a cool invention. Another one that gives hours of fun, especially because you can like go inside of it. So let me put it down though and read you my book, which again is called If I Built a Car by Chris Van Dusen. Let me scoop my chair over so I'm sure that you can see the pictures. Here we go. This is nice. It's a dedication. Sometimes the author will dedicate their book to someone. And it says, this book is dedicated to my mom and dad, who jump-started my curiosity, that's that imagination, fueled my creativity, and changed my crayons every 3,000 miles. Here we go. Jack, from the back seat, said to his dad, "This car is okay. This car is not bad. But it's just a car, nothing great, nothing grand. It's nothing at all like the car I have planned. I'll work through the night to create a design, constantly analyze, tweak, and refine. I'll study jet rockets and look at old planes, contemplate buses and zeppelins and trains to make it as smooth and as sleek as an eel. I'll borrow ideas from the Wienermobile. So sit back, relax, stay right where you are. It's time to reveal my spectacular car." You'll see that I've added a lot of neat things. Flush fender skirts and retractable wings, 3 headlights up front, 4 taillights in back, plus 2 giant fins like our old Cadillac. My brand new design will be curvy and round with special jet engines that don't make a sound. I'll paint it bright colors with accents of chrome and top it all off with a plexiglass dome. What do you think? I'll build a safe car, just as safe as I can, because safety is job number 1 in my plan. It may look like steel. From afar you can't tell, but it's actually made of a polymer gel, a space-age concoction that I just invented. So in a collision, my car won't get dented. It simply absorbs what we happen to hit, and folks would be fine in the seats where they sit. See how it's like squishing in where he's leaning? Come with me now and I'll show you inside. I put in a couch. It's comfy and wide. Plus a fireplace, a fish tank, and here's something cool. The floor could slide open. And look, there's a pool. Now step right this way to the back of the car and note the red button marked Instant Snack Bar. Say you were hungry and wanted a treat. Just press it and instantly good things to eat appear in a flash. Anything that you please, from hazelnut pudding to aerosol cheese. That's pretty sweet. After you've eaten, you might like a nap. And Robert the robot makes napping a snap. I built him right into the back of the chair. He's out of the way. You won't know that he's there. But when you get sleepy and rise from your seat, the chair spins around without missing a beat. Robert the robot will take the controls, and he's guaranteed not to hit telephone poles. I can see you're impressed with all that's inside. So start up the motor. Let's go for a ride. A car that smells good? Now that's something new. But if I built a car, that's just what I'd do. Inside the engine, I'll add a machine to capture the odor of burnt gasoline and change it to something more pleasing to noses, like blueberry muffins or freshly picked roses. See everybody going, mmm. Now that we're cruising, let's head to the lake. There's no need to panic or slam on the brake. My car can do something that very few can. The fenders will float like a catamaran. We're skimming the waves and we're having a ball. But wait, hold your horses, because that isn't all. Boating is fine till we get the urge to dive underwater. Then just hit submerge. Robert will drive as we burble about. We can see catfish and we can see trout. We might even spy the shy stickleback gar from inside our fabulous waterproof car. Maybe that's the stickleback gar. He looks kind of scary. Last but not least, the best feature of all comes down to a button that's shiny and small. Push it, and then in the wink of an eye, the car will take off. We'll be up in the sky. We'll fly over land. We'll fly overseas to Alaska, Nebraska, Bermuda, Belize. Or take a vacation when things start to freeze and then fly us all down to the Florida Keys. My car will be cool. My car will be keen. My car will be one big fantastic machine. The toast of the town, the cream of the crop, the belle of the ball, and the tip of the top. My car will be famous from here to Peru. If I built a car, that's just what I'd do. Oh, there he is, sketching and experimenting. Wasn't that a cool invention? I don't know if a car could really do all that, but hey, you got to think it up before it can even happen, right? That's why it's so good to ask questions and be curious and to learn, because I bet you guys already have thought of some things that you wished existed. And maybe one day you'll be an engineer or an architect or a scientist or a craftsperson, and you can make something that the world will be amazed by. So we're gonna get ready to do our own little experiment. I hope it works. We're gonna make bubble blowers and our own bubble stuff. And let's give it a try and see how our experiment will work today. Okay, I'm behind the library now. Can you see that cool invention back there? That's my bubble machine. But this is what we're gonna make. Somebody invented this. I saw it online. I'm gonna show you how to do it. It works. You can make bubble snakes. So this is what you're gonna need. An empty water bottle, some dish soap, some water. I have some water in this one that we're gonna use, and a bowl. That's it. Oh, and a sock. You need a sock. All right, here we go. Let me show you how to do it. All right, kids, here we go. I brought some paper towels because this is gonna be a little wet. And I also have a sharp knife and a pair of scissors. So you might need a grown-up to help you with one little part of this project. But let's start by making our bubble water. We need some water, which I have in my bottle. Pour that in, and then we just need some dish soap. We're gonna add some soap. Actually, you need a lot of soap because we want this to be really bubbly. And that's that. And then for our bubble blower, we need to cut off the bottom of our bottle. And for that, we need the sharp knife just to get a start and poke it in there. And then you can either cut the bottle with the knife, or you could get your scissors in there and just cut around to cut the bottom off the bottle. And the last thing we need to do is cover our bottle with the sock. This is actually a little tricky. Pretend like you're putting it on your foot. Roll that little sock down and get it over the bottle. This bottle is made of thin plastic, so it's kind of crumpling up inside of my sock. Well, let's see how it works. Once you get the sock on, then swish it in your bubble water. Mix that up. And then blow. Blow. Here comes some bubbles. Yay, we did it. The more you blow, the longer your snake is. So I think from my experiments that I discovered, number one, that the thinner sock worked better than the thicker sock. And also, I think the little bottle worked better than the big bottle because it got all squished inside my sock. So I don't know if enough air went through for it to really work. But this one works really good. I think you're gonna have fun with this. Trust me. Give it a try and have bubbles of fun. That was actually super fun. I made a bubble snake that was like this long. You can't even see my hands. I wonder how long you can make one. I think you're gonna enjoy that project. And I think it would be a great idea if all of us try to imagine some good inventions this week. Maybe we could sketch them out or write about them, tell a friend or a brother or a sister, and maybe you can even put your minds together and actually build something and make something cool. I like it. I like it. Let's do it. All right, guys, I think that's it for today's RAD Lab story time. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a really great day. I'm shrinking this on my head. Bye, friends.